podcast a little while ago. It was a practice round, but you're back and playing Mission tonight in Denver,
Yep.
which I love. Freaking, we were just talking about that venue and how they do a good job. Um, yeah, they have like that retractable stage, which is pretty sick.
Oh, I haven't seen that in action.
Yeah, so like if they undersell tickets or if it's like a full crowd, they can move the stage so it makes the room feel bigger or smaller, which is really cool. I don't know any other venues that do that.
Yeah, that's great. I haven't. So like 930 Club in DC will set up a stage in front of the stage and then do 2 shows in one day, but that's not the same thing. It's like we were, God, who was it? It might have been like Counting Crows or something was playing during the day when we played 930 Club, so they were set up in front of our stage.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So you opened or played with Counting Crows?
I mean, it was technically separate shows. So
Okay.
like they sell tickets for the daytime one, and then they strike that stage, and then they have the nighttime show.
Okay.
So not not the same as what Mission does. I guess that's the closest thing I've seen to a retracting stage. That's cool though.
Yeah. They put a lot of thought into that venue. It is an AEG owned venue, so they have money to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I want AEG money.
Yeah, I know. Hook us up, AEG. Sponsor the podcast. Give me some money.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Yeah. You just dropped an EP.
Yeah.
Sick. Really enjoyed it a lot, actually.
Thanks, man.
I sounded surprised when I said that, but I shouldn't be. I was like, actually. No, it's great. Yeah, you had some good collabs with like Dirtwire. Who was the rapper on Get Go? That was another.
Four Eyes.
Four Eyes, yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a solid. I think that was one of my favorite tracks.
Yeah, that guy's awesome.
That was a good time. But this is the Ableton podcast. I would love to maybe talk about some of your process, like writing the album. I know that you are more of a Logic guy, right?
Yeah. I make the songs in Logic and then use Ableton to perform them because Logic doesn't have this.
Right. Yeah. Logic has really good like stock instruments. I think they do a really good job with their sounds and devices and instruments, and even some of their stuff for mixing too.
Yeah, there's a few stock Logic plugins that I haven't found any third-party stuff that I like better. Yeah. Like, I mean, for just a simple spreader, it's not robust. It's got like 2 settings you can adjust, but I love it. I put it on virtually every vocal that I have on a song, whether it's singing or rapping or even talk box.
Nice. It's what's the name of the device? Do you remember?
Just Spreader.
Just called Spreader?
In Logic, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones too. There's like Wider by Polyverse is really popular. Obviously the free Imager 2 by Isotope. That one's a really good one too.
Is that part of Ozone?
Yeah.
Yeah. I use that for mastering for sure.
So they have the Ozone version, which is way better because it has the learn function and you can do multi-band. Then they have the free version, which is Imager, which is just a single band, and it looks a little different.
Yeah, I need the multi-band for sure.
Yeah, they have 12 now. Have you played with Ozone 12 yet?
I just got it.
Did you?
Like, I made the EP and finished it, and then I saw that Ozone 12 was out. I mean, like, it's probably good. Because I probably would have gone back to like remastering things and getting, more and more picky and critical of myself.
Yeah, we all do.
Like done is better than perfect. But I'm for sure going to be taking advantage of some of the new stuff because I plan on, instead of going for full length albums, I'd like to do like EPs more frequently.
Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff with the Ozone. They have like the they upgraded low end focus, which I like a lot. Have you played with this?
Just a bit. I saw the stabilizer, which I found interesting.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like Soothe 2.
Yeah.
Just for more than vocals and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know if I would put Soothe 2 on a master or really anything but vocals.
And then they have the clarity as well, which is kind of cool.
Can we hear this in action?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Probably.
Put it on one of my songs. Let's remaster these joints.
Yeah, the Ozone low end focus is really nice, just preserving the bass and the kick punchiness and like how those low frequencies prevent from getting muddy, which it does a really good job of that below like 200 hertz, 250. I don't know if you know Enzo, but he was like one that really turned me on to this on the podcast. He was repping it really hard. But the clarity module is like pretty cool too. This thing, I mean, you can control, I think, all the way to 300 hertz. So it's kind of the opposite direction. It's controlling like the mids and the highs from like getting too muddy and like fighting each other. I don't know what's going on under the hood, but I think it's some kind of like special dynamic soothe kind of thing as well.
Seems like a lot of these plugins are doing things that like you can do with EQ and multi-band compression and stuff, but in a much like in a way that saves you a shitload of time.
Yeah.
Because like just going through and finding all the problematic frequencies and stuff, and then like at different points in the song, you know, it just becomes so tedious. It's like sometimes if I'm mixing a song, I'll just like, I don't want to do this anymore, man.
Yeah.
And so it's like it slows you down. So I like this. The way tools are trending.
Yeah, they have so one of the things I love the most as far as like that goes is just like referencing. Is that something like every track that I've worked on with whether it's a student or myself that I didn't like do the best job mixing or mastering is because I didn't reference it very well, I feel like. And the have you played with the Ozone tonal balance control or the isotope tonal balance control?
I have not.
It's really sick because it's made for that. It's like a referencing. So you can import like another track and it'll show you like a curve or like different ranges of like how compressed is your low end and like how dynamic is their mid range, how dynamic is your mid range. And it gives you like a full readout of exactly like how the other mix is translating versus yours. And it does a comparison, like a side by side.
Oh God.
This thing's really cool.
Yeah. Just harkens back to that doing stuff we've been trying to do with other tools and it just takes forever. And this is like, because I would like, I want this song to sound like this Skrillex song. And so I would make all these different bounces with like little tweaks on various settings and then take them to the car, play the Skrillex song, play my song, then play Skrillex again, then play the next version of the mix.
For sure.
It's like,
and it's rough too when you only have certain speakers you can reference on. Not the most perfectly controlled.
Yeah, I got the studio, the car, and then the earbuds. So.
Yeah, same. That's pretty much what I have. Have you ever played with like or have you ever seen the little mix cubes, just like single speakers for like mid range? I love that thing for like checking your mix in mono. The Avantone Mix Cube. I think I spelled that wrong. Yeah, these little guys. They're cute. They're like cute little speakers, just like $250. But this thing is incredible. If you just put your mix in mono and then listen on it, I find this is like my best final reference that I do. Usually. Yeah, $250. I think it's 100% worth it for anybody. You probably spend that much on coffee in like a year or less, you know? It's like a mono, the main mix, run it through here. And you'll hear all kinds of little things that are too loud or too quiet or the reverb's too much or delay's weird or it's nice. I got it at a Goodwill. I was just like shopping with my girlfriend. I was like, only $100 and I know it's worth more than that.
That's a good find.
Yeah, it was a great find. Shout out to whoever sent that to Goodwill.
Probably some meat-eating super producer that's on to things we don't even know about.
Right.
Just some god.
Just like dead mouse.
He's like, I don't need this anymore.
Off his junk. Probably. Well, in the process of writing your Pandemonium EP or album, technically it's like 7 tracks? That's an album, I think.
I don't know what the definitions are anymore.
Yeah, what is the difference now between how many? What's the track cutoff?
Well, like my personal track cutoff for that stuff is like 10. I feel like 10 constitutes a full album. Although I think, it's kind of meaningless now because those terms came about just from record size. Like physical, like vinyl record size. It was like an LP was the big ones and then the EP was the smaller ones. Yeah. Again, it just had to do with like total duration of what a record could handle.
Yeah, true.
So now I guess we could make like a 20-song EP or a 3-song LP if we wanted.
Yeah. Have you released vinyl?
Yeah.
You have? Okay.
Yeah. It usually comes later. I think it actually always comes later. Because the vinyl production process is
different, right?
Well, it just takes a while. You got to physically make them, find a company to do it. I think we're making Pandemonium vinyl as we speak.
Sick. Did you have to like remaster your tracks for that?
No. I hope it sounds good. I haven't gotten any complaints thus far.
That's good. Yeah. Well, I know like like I think a lot of dubstep would be probably not sound great on vinyl because the dynamic range is so different, right? If you just have like a brick wall of a master and then you try to run that through vinyl, it's going to not translate as well because the grooves are what determined
the grooves show
range, the dynamic range.
I guess I'm glad I don't do brick walls the whole time.
Yeah. Well, you're probably that's good news.
A happy accident.
Yeah. That's and I don't know. I learned a little bit. There's a really cool studio in Nashville called Welcome to 1979 Studios. If you're ever in the area, you should just swing by. It's usually open. But they record a lot of legends there, and they do direct to tape mastering, and they are, I think, one of two, or maybe the only one in the US that does direct to disc mastering. So they master directly to the vinyl.
Yeah. If it never becomes digital, then the sound waves never get pixelated.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Those guys are crazy. But I went to like a tape camp and I learned a little bit about vinyl there. If you are brick walling the crap out of your music and slamming it -4 LUFS, you probably need to remaster that for vinyl. That's as far as I know. But what was the process as far as like writing the Pandemonium EP? Like, was there anything different that you and Mark did in the process of recording or producing? Did you find any new cool toys or workflows?
Serum 2, for one. It's got this, I forget the name of the filter, but you can set multiple stages. You can design your own formants.
In the effects?
In the filters.
Oh, okay. S2 filters?
Yeah, PZSVF.
Okay.
That one. And then you can like click on the pencil and you can like set points to design your own vowel sounds.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
And you can do 4 of them. And then you can use this cursor on the XY pad to have it go through them. And it blends them together.
That's really sick. I didn't even know that.
I want to do some cool movement.
Yeah.
I used that as much as musically made sense.
That's amazing. And you can drag an LFO onto it as well?
Yeah, you can modulate that. And then you can also, I set it to like record MIDI automation, manually. Mm-hmm. And I would just move that around to where I wanted it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it opens up a ton of possibilities.
Yeah, you get some really cool like formants, modulation.
Oh yeah, and I love the format stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's a secret. I got a lot of talky basses.
Yeah, some yoy.
Yeah,
love that. Are you still like random sidetrack? But like, are you still playing that MIDI guitar that you showed me back in the day?
Yeah. I found it's more useful for live edits. Like songs that like our fans, the most popular songs among our fan base that they want to hear pretty much every time we play, I'll like, just have a drum loop and then do a new drop entirely using the MIDI guitar. Cool. As far as recording in the studio, it's easier to be precise just the traditional way, using the keyboard and going back over it a million times till you get exactly how you want it.
Probably some like fun unpredictability and just like playing around with that thing.
Yeah. It's cool. Like we've been doing it on Birthday Suit at the end, and we've got like a cool groove going right now. Like Mark responds. Nice. I mean, we respond to each other pretty well. Like, you can improvise a bit. I think it lends itself more to that, to the live and the improvisation thing than the studio.
Mm. Yeah, so I saw you play at Levitt last time you were here in Denver. And people are like, whoa, what is that thing? I think like the wow factor of just seeing it was kind of cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities. It's hard to play. It's like not as easy as guitar. You can't play it like a regular guitar. So I'm still improving at it and finding new ways to implement it.
Yeah.
But live edits and like new drops to just keep surprising people is definitely my favorite way so far.
I like this video. For anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, you can watch this on the screen. Here's like a video you released a while ago when you first started playing with it. It was pretty cool. Is that multi-Serum you're running through there?
Yeah, it's 4 instances of Serum.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, each section sends on a different MIDI channel, and so I've got an Ableton rack with all 4 of them, and I just do the keyboard learning thing instead of having a controller. So I'll press like 3 on the keyboard of the laptop, and it automatically record arms all 4 of those, and then sets the appropriate tempo.
Okay, nice.
And then each pad sends on a different channel because
cool.
I mean, drops all use a bunch of different bass sounds at the same time these days.
Mm-hmm. So you're just doing a lot of key mapping on your laptop then, as far as
for the MIDI guitar, yeah. Just for the record arm, because you got the LFOs matched to the song tempo, obviously, and if you don't do that, it's gonna sound real fucky.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like, for instance, that song is 80 beats a minute, and so I have one button that record arms all 4 synths at the same time, and then sets the tempo of the MIDI guitar laptop to 80 BPM, and then that sends through an interface just to front of house separately from the tracks computer.
Okay, sweet. Do you know AbletonDrummer.com? He just released like a Max for Live device that does some like really advanced like record arm live performance hack stuff. That's really cool. So basically, if you just like click a track, it'll automatically record arm the track. Or if you're using a controller like the APC or something. Do you use the APC 40? I don't know why I thought you did. Okay.
Yeah. Although this is gonna be the last time. I got a Yale Tech's Live 15.
Those things are crazy.
Yeah,
those things are huge.
It got here. It got to my house the day before I left for our last tour, and I just didn't have enough time because it's pretty robust.
Oh, for sure. Those things are huge. Yeah. Claude Von Stroke, Barclay Crenshaw was the one that showed this to me first on the podcast a while ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped.
So what do you love about this thing then? Like,
well, I'm out of knobs to assign to different effects on the APC. Like,
right, you don't get a lot.
Everything is taken, and then I also am out of space looping wise because I live loop guitar, and and with this, instead of having just the 8, it's got like 15.
Yeah, it's a lot
plus the master line. So I'll be able to feed the MIDI guitar into it, and I can loop that too. I could even loop Talkbox.
I like how it also gives you the pre-mapped send, so you get ABC already, rather than having to switch on the APC 40. Were you on the MK2 or the original APC 40?
I'm on the MK2 now. I like the original better because it was more roadworthy.
It was, dude. You could drop it.
This price tag initially kind of threw me off.
Just get like 5 of them.
Well, I've spent more than that on APCs on the road because they break constantly.
Especially the crossfader. That thing dies real fast.
Yeah. The one that's on stage right now at Mission doesn't work. Luckily, I don't need it.
Yeah. I don't use it either.
Yeah. I'm scared. But yeah, I'm out of knobs for all the effects I want to run because there's more stuff that I want to be able to do live that I can't.
Yeah.
Just because I'm out of space.
Yeah.
So
this should give you some space. It looks like.
Yeah, it's got quite a bit more.
So do the top, like, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sections with all the knobs? That gives you 12 knobs?
That's
16.
Yeah,
gives you 16. And do those pre-map to the macros? Or?
It is pre-mapped.
Okay.
I'm going to reassign all that.
Okay.
Because I've got like I said, specific stuff that I want to do. I've got Tornado, which is really fun. I don't know if you've messed with that one.
I'm not super familiar. The
TURNADO.
Ultimate Audio Mangler.
Yeah, and it's got a ton of options on that.
Yes, I have seen this.
So, yeah, currently I have 8 on the plugin that I want to use, but I don't have enough knobs. So now I'm going to have enough knobs.
There you go.
I'm going to mangle that audio.
Yeah, mangle it. Grab those knobs. Yeah, this is cool. So this sounds pretty good. I've seen other people use this.
Some of it. Tornado. There's some of it that I can't find much of a use for yet, although maybe more playing with it, I will find, I'll find uses for it. But there's a few that I like.
Okay.
And I don't remember the names because I just went through and just said it as soon as I liked the effect.
Yeah.
I'll have to take a picture and send it to you or something.
Nice. Yeah, I've been so lazy with like saving a lot of presets and stuff from projects lately. I need to get better at that. Cool. Yeah, I've heard of this. As a guitar player, it's good to have new toys and see what's out there.
Yeah, I suppose some of this stuff would work better on just a guitar. I've been putting it on tracks,
All
loops,
kinds of stuff.
Yeah, just at like
Nice.
whatever in the moment.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that seems like a good setup. Man, maybe I'll hit them up and be like, you wanna send me one of these? And talk to Yeltech, see if they want to send me one for the podcast. I'll say good things about you if you're listening. As far as like your live looping, what does that look like for you in Ableton?
It's just the session view, or like this one. That's session view, right?
Yeah.
And so I'll have the two like decks, like CDJ style
like
stuff of
A,
just the
B.
tracks on the far right,
Okay.
and then I have a group. Like one is a group of the next 5 tracks over, and that puts me at 8, which is what the APC allows.
Sure.
And so I have like a grand total of 5 tracks that I just record arm and I can live loop them, which it's plenty. I mean, I don't think you need much more than that if you're just doing guitar.
Mm-hmm.
But like with the Live 15, with the extra tracks, I'll just be able to loop talkbox. So I can do talkbox harmonies, which will be
sick.
A blast for me.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I can loop the MIDI guitar. I don't know, man. It's just a lot more possibilities. You know, it's not the software that lends to you. It's always the hardware.
Yeah. So are you just like basically manually recording a new clip?
Yep.
Every single time?
Yep.
And then you stop the clip manually?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a really cool device that I just found that my friend sent to me. It's clip record length. Set fixed clip length in Ableton Live. It's a series of devices this guy made, and you basically just choose how many bars you want, and then when you hit record, it immediately stops and starts looping back at that set clip length. So you don't ever have to hit stop once you hit record on the clip slot, which might be really handy for somebody like you.
Yeah, if I knew in advance what I was going to record, because sometimes that is the case. I'll have a plan of like what I want to loop, but other times it's kind of open-ended. It's just kind of whenever I'm feeling in the moment. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean.
That makes sense if you're just going to like open jam until you feel like you need to loop
back.
And
I mean, it's never, we're not like a jam band, you know, we're not going to noodle forever.
Right.
It's not what our fans came to see.
Right. They'd go see Fish if they wanted to do that.
Yeah, which I'm not knocking it. That stuff's great too.
Yeah.
It just doesn't fit into a live looping DJ
organized chaos
electronica explosion setting.
Right. That's a good analogy for it. Yeah. But yeah, I thought this was a cool idea because I used to do like
that would be
predetermined
handy.
Clip stuff.
As is, I'll like plan out a rhythmic stopping point in my head. I'll be like, okay, and then I'm gonna have a rest here, and that's when I can press the record or the stop button.
Yeah.
Again to start looping it. I'll be like, you know, it's like that's when I'm gonna press it.
Have you ever had like any like tragic moments on stage where you hit the wrong button trying to loop? Or just got weird real fast?
Not as much anymore. I mean,
good practicing.
Yeah, you got to just make the mistakes you got to fail to get better.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, those buttons are kind of tiny on the Yeltechs, aren't they? Comparative to like.
Yeah, so
I'd be nervous. My fat fingers might.
Like the long buttons on the APC. So the APC buttons are longer, but they're like not as tall.
Okay, so these are a little taller. That might help a little bit.
I mean, I'm going to have to practice with it. I got 6 weeks off after this. That's why I didn't use it for these, is because I didn't have hardly any time to practice with it.
Definitely wanted
to. And I thought that, you know, a 2-week tour and then Mission Ballroom wasn't an ideal time to practice.
Right. In front of 1,000 people. Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe use your pinky on this. It might, so you don't accidentally hit the next button because they're small.
I'm wondering what you use these things for.
Yeah, that's the reason you have them. What's like one of the craziest stories live that you've had? I think you told me last time there was like a naked fan that knocked over the drums on stage.
Yeah,
once.
Yeah, at the Wakarusa Sunrise set. I mean, it has to be that.
It's a great story.
We played 5 a.m. Saturday night / Sunday morning at Wakarusa. It's one of my favorite sets ever, you know, and it was a lot of we gained a ton of fans after that. So I guess it was
Nice.
kind of like it was like a lightning strike almost, because it had been raining like crazy up until that night. And so the whole festival was a mud pit.
Oh, damn.
So like people weren't getting to do as much as they wanted to do. And then like the weather finally cleared and we went on, and like the sun's coming up, and like we were playing on a stage where it had good drainage. So it's like the only non-muddy spot. Yeah. So people like everybody remembers that set. And I think part of it is because they didn't get to go to too many other sets. You know, it's just like a perfect coalescing of good factors.
Yeah.
And I mean, we played well.
Yeah.
We had that one planned out pretty well. We put a lot of work into it. But yeah, some girl just got on stage naked and was dancing around, and then like the festival crew was afraid to, like, if it had been a dude, you know, they'd
just tackle his
yeah, but they're like okay, like,
where do I grab?
Like, what do we do? What do we do? And then our friend Trevor Stout, who's a great dude, he like managed to just convince her verbally. He's like, no, come on. he like got her off stage. He's like, let's go over here. It's gonna be great.
It's a better view over here.
Yeah, exactly. Like he catching flies with honey, and instead of was that saying, catch more flies with honey instead of vinegar or something? I don't know.
I don't know much about flies being attracted to certain things. I don't know. It's not my specialty, but
it's the spirit of that adage is like,
I understand.
Be nice instead of being mean when you can.
Right.
But but before she was coaxed off stage, she like knocked over a bunch of drum stuff. She's like hitting cymbals and knocking gear over.
Well, I mean, it sounds like she was having a great time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, good for her.
I hope she's okay wherever she is.
Yeah, she probably remembers that moment for the rest of her life.
Don't think she does.
Maybe she doesn't. She still to this day has no idea.
She probably heard about it the next day. Like, oh no.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're doing a lot of the live triggering, a lot of the live looping with your guitar, the transitioning between the tracks. Do you have a lot of your transitions like already automated, or are you manually just kind of working through them as you go?
Yeah, manually. It's just a big part of what we do, I think, is like improvising when we can and when it makes sense to do so. I like the freedom that it gives me to kind of like feel the crowd, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, because if a set's automated, you can't respond to the energy that's been being given to you.
It's true.
So I like to be able to jump around, extend things, shorten things.
Yeah, lift things. A lot of lifting. Like you have that. What's that one song? You're like pumping weights. Is that Hot Man? What was
Hot Guy Alert?
Hot Guy Alert. Yeah, that's my favorite song, dude. It's a good song. You're like having fun on stage and getting a good workout in. Just lifting weights. People love that track, by the way. That was
me and the Sponges, man. They did a great job.
It was a fun track.
So I met those guys. They were opening for us in Florida, and they're actually opening tonight as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's them, then Mark is doing his solo thing, and then Homemade Spaceship, then Sponges, then Thought Process.
Yeah, that's a good lineup, honestly. I love all those people. That's solid. Actually, the room you walked past getting in here, Homemade Spaceship Rob rents that from the podcast space. That's his studio. It's right over here. I'll show you afterwards.
Cool.
He's got a nice setup in there. He's a good friend. But yeah, that'll be a great set. It'll be a fun time.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Me too.
We finally got to do this lighting idea that I've had for like 15 years. And
yeah, you called it Tron?
Yeah. I mean, it's not that complex. We've just never been able to do it. I just wanted lines of light everywhere, and that's it.
Okay, just a bunch of lines.
Well, kind of, yeah. They're called like septrons or something, and we got tiers of them. So we're gonna be up high, and then there's like a border of the septrons.
Septron LEDs? These?
Yeah, it's like bar lights.
Oh, okay.
But we got like tiers of them going up in kind of like a Mayan pyramid.
Nice.
But no, not a full pyramid. I mean, that would take up the whole goddamn stage. But
yeah, that's pretty
like
tough.
half of one.
Yeah. I mean, good production goes a long way.
And it's just cool to realize something we've wanted to do for so long, and just for one reason or another, it just never happened.
Yeah. Would you say this is like the most you put thought into your lighting as far as like your shows?
I don't know. I mean, our lighting stuff usually starts with like me drawing some shitty sketch with stick figures, And I'm like me here, and it's just like a stick figure like this. But I'll say like where I want certain things and what type of lights, and I send that to the LD and management, and then they
Nice.
add in their touches because I don't know the names of a lot of like lighting fixtures.
Yeah, I don't really either.
I'm like, I
Yeah.
want this one to just be a beam that moves around, and
Yeah.
they're like, okay, that's what they call like Sharpies, and then I want one of those ones that does like the wave thing, and they're like, yeah, it's an FXB.
Nice. You just like sending them pictures of Spencer's gifts. Like, this is a cool light.
Yeah, I mean, I
found.
got this notepad that I keep with me for like song ideas,
Yeah.
like mixing things, especially because I'll just when I'm driving around, I'll listen back to songs that are in progress and be like some little detail jumps out to me. I'm like, ooh, I need to fix that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to remember
Same.
2 hours later.
Same.
But yeah, I just sketch stuff out on the notepad. This is just one that I've wanted to do the most, and I finally get to. So
that's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. I saw it getting built when we got to the Mission this morning. It's
nice.
It's like Christmas, man.
Sick. I mean, Mission's a good place for that. They've got a lot of stage room, and it's a good setup to do pretty much anything you want.
Yeah.
Sick.
Great venue.
For sure. And the sound's amazing. As far as like other live production stuff, you do some like vocoder stuff. What are you using for that?
That's just a standard talk box, the MXR one.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've seen that. And you use that in a lot of your productions too, right?
Yeah.
What is it? The MXR
talk box.
Talk box.
There she is. It's been the same for decades.
Nice.
It's essentially just a kind of a crappy, distorted, overdriven speaker with a tube coming out of it. I made one from scratch once.
Oh, sick.
With because I had these headphones that broke. Only one of the ear cuffs worked, so I taped a funnel around it and then put a piece of tubing coming out. And it didn't work as well as this, but I was just broke at the time, and I wanted to do talk box stuff.
That's cool. I love that. I had a friend who made like a talk box out of like a tube similar to what you described, and then he used headphones as the mic. I don't even know how he configured that, but he ran headphones to like go alongside the talk box, like because you can turn headphones into a microphone, basically, essentially.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was pretty wild. Like I've seen people plug headphones in if you get like the right adapters into like a mixer, like a CDJ, and then you can just like talk through it, and it has this kind of like cool muffled kind of tone. That's ChatGPT. How do you turn headphones into a mic?
It's either going to be very accurate or something really stupid.
Yeah, that's usually the case for AI a lot of times. Yeah, you just plug them into your mic input, not the headphone output. And then, you can just basically speak into the ear cups. It's usually very low volume, so you have to crank the gain up. I know that.
What about the frequency response? Is it narrow?
It says it's kind of... Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, you don't need a U87. You just got a pair of headphones. Same thing. No. The frequency response, it's like a lo-fi kind of sound. It says it works better on old earbuds than big studio headphones. That's interesting. Yeah, pretty crazy. Make sure you disable phantom power. Very important. I wonder if that would blow the headphones.
It's only one way to find out.
Right. Let's not use these. We'll use Rob's headphones in his studio in practice in case we ruin it. As far as what Mark's doing when you guys are performing, is he triggering like drum samples at all, or is he just all acoustic kit the whole time, just rocking?
Yep.
As another drummer to another, he does a great job.
Yeah,
I like his stuff. You guys are brothers,
in
case anybody didn't know that. You guys are both originally from Kansas City, right? Okay. Yeah, and you're still there.
Yeah, I am. He's in San Diego.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm in Kansas City, and I don't think I'll ever leave. I love it there.
It's a good spot, man. Up until about 5 years ago, I still thought it was part of Kansas, which is really
Well,
sad.
I live on the Kansas
You
side.
live on the Kansas
Yeah,
side?
there's this like this sentiment going around that it's two different cities. It's not. It's one with a river in the middle.
Right.
Like every people on like sports media and stuff, they're like, oh, they're moving to the other Kansas City. It's like, no, it's the same city, just got a river.
What is the history of that? I feel like there's got to be some weird stories to how that got divided.
I don't remember.
Should we ask ChatGPT?
Yeah, sure.
Let's a little history lesson. How did Kansas City get divided?
Like I feel like it was just kind of a river town, back when rivers were more important.
It comes down to a mix of state borders, geography, and timing settlement. Not because the city was intentionally split later. The state line came first. The boundary between Kansas and Missouri was established in the early 1800s. Before Kansas City existed, Missouri became a state in 1821. Kansas became a state in 1861. The border was already fixed along the north-south line. So the Missouri River made it a prime location, blah, blah. Growth spilled across the border. Why they're both? The name actually came from the Kansas City River, not the state. That makes sense. Missouri side adopted the name first. So Missouri had it first as far as the name.
Yeah,
of Kansas
and then
City.
it just grew, and now it's on both sides of the river.
It's one metro, two states.
Yeah.
So you have to pay like taxes to both states?
No, just
or is
Kansas.
it just Kansas?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, depending on where you live, basically, right?
Yeah, but I pay taxes to like 48 states because of touring.
Damn, that's true. We love those cash deals, don't we? Yeah, we love those cash paid deals.
No, not me. No, I love paying my taxes on time and accurately.
Of course, we all do. It's my favorite. Love doing that. Yeah, man. What advice would you give yourself as an artist, producer, performer, knowing what you know now, if you were going to rewind back to when Floozies first started?
That you don't need to get drunk to be loose enough to be on stage. Because somebody told me that early in my career, and I took it to heart. And it's not his fault that I like would drink for every show, but like the first few shows you play sober, you feel a little awkward, but like that eventually goes away, and then the show's better.
Yeah.
So it's like don't use that as a crutch.
Yeah.
Because you can put on a performance and still have stage presence and showmanship and stuff, but then like the guitar playing is way better, transitions are way tighter, everything's just better. Plus like friggin' airports hung over. Like,
oh, dude, that sucks.
Yeah, I don't ever want to do that.
I just hate airports in general.
Yeah, it already sucks.
Exactly. Especially right now.
Like I already want to cry.
Yeah, no joke, dude. Being hungover just doesn't sound fun, especially in airports. That's good advice, dude. I can relate to that too.
Yeah, I think a lot of people in any music scene struggle with that. Plus, you're around it constantly, and I'm not knocking it. I mean,
yeah,
like especially when you're younger and stuff, partying and having fun, and you do you, but just don't use it as a crutch, I guess, would be my advice.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It definitely is like embedded into like the music entertainment culture, the party life, which is like fun. It's great, but like it's hard to set those boundaries, especially when you're on the road constantly and you're just like around people who are always doing it, and it's just kind of an expectation.
Well, like, if you're on tour and you're somebody's favorite, a lot of, like, say that, you're playing in front of 500 people and you're their favorite band. It's like they're obviously drinking. Yeah. And partying and stuff because like they've been waiting for this. But like you got to remember that they're like on their off time and you're at work.
Exactly.
Because if you like drink to the rhythm of the room every single night, like you're going to come home looking like a soggy Jabba the Hutt. And just not wanting to do anything.
It's like a classic Avicii story, honestly. Somebody who's on the road 24/7, and that was the lifestyle eventually. It got caught up to him. Yeah. Yeah. It was rough.
Yep. It's like you either got to calm down or die young, it seems like.
Yeah. That's
getting a little heavy on the Ableton podcast.
Yeah, stay in school, kids, and like don't do drugs. I don't know. For me, I feel like I drank a lot and stuff before the show because of the nerves. And then I had a friend who told me something that kind of like blew my mind. He's like, if you're nervous on stage and you have like all this anxiety, it's most likely because you want to look good, and that's a selfish place to be a lot of times. And it's just kind of a selfish mindset if you're like scared or nervous in a crowd setting, it's like, well, first of all, the attention shouldn't just be all about you. It's more about like the positive, talented vibe that you're giving off into the crowd and like setting a really cool environment for people to have a good time rather than just making it all about you looking good. And I was like, damn, that kind of blew my mind.
Yes.
Where I was like,
I hadn't thought about that.
I like that perspective. It was like, it can be a selfish mindset if you're
Yeah.
nervous on stage. And then after that, I was like, I didn't feel the need to like drink before I went on stage anymore. Because I just kind of thought through that. I was like, yeah, I'm just here to have fun. Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
Hey, well, and yeah, it's important to remember that it's not about you.
Yeah.
And that's easy, easy. It sounds simple. It's one of those things that's simple, but not easy because,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's pretty natural to be nervous before you go on stage in front of 3,000 people and you're just, it's like get butterflies and you don't want to fuck up.
Right. Of course. Yeah. I mean, there's that aspect too of just like, wanting to do a good job. But yeah.
But for any of you thinking about playing sober, like it took me about like 5 shows of sticking with it to not feel awkward. Because at first I was just like Ricky Bobby, like what do I do with my hands?
Ricky Bobby, you're not like, on fire.
Yeah, I mean, felt super awkward and weird, but it goes away. And now I played in Telluride yesterday, and I haven't drank for a show in almost 2 months or something, which I know is not a ton compared to a lot of people, but it's a good start for me.
That's 60 days.
Yeah, and I felt great. Felt totally comfortable. I almost felt like I had a buzz from the energy of the crowd.
Hell yeah, man. You probably felt more present, I would imagine. You're just like locked in. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, it's more fun.
Hell yeah. Dream collab, dead or alive, if you could collab with anybody, who would it be?
Chris Cornell for Dead.
Nice.
I don't know about alive. I guess I think about the dead people more often.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. They're not around.
Would have been great to do something with Prince.
That was my answer.
Like some of these collabs, I'd want it to be where like I do as little as possible and just observe and absorb.
Yeah.
I'd love to do something with a Montauban in that cool. manner because he's just way beyond me.
Yeah.
I'd love to see how he does what he does.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's cliche, but Skrillex too.
Yeah.
I love Skrillex. I mean, he's a friggin' wizard in the studio.
I love that he's collaborating with literally anybody and everybody now.
Except me.
It's like hit him up, dude. I would love to hear that. I mean, he's releasing a track almost every single week or more than once a week. And it's all these people I've never heard. None of them speak English. It's like it almost feels like he's just touring and just like writing with every single person in the room and then just releasing stuff, which is cool. I think that's pretty sick, actually.
I mean, I've never met him. I played a New Year's event where we were like, it was like him, he was headlining, then somebody before him, and then we were before them. And I got to like watch side stage. And then I saw him in his green room when I was walking to mine. He's just back there DJing. And from what everybody says, he's just like obsessed with music. And he's just constantly either making songs or DJing or finding new stuff. I mean, then it shows. It shows in the product because like he makes excellent forward thinking. It's like it redefines the genre every time he releases something,
Yeah. A lot of the best producers I've met are just like constantly tied to their laptop making music everywhere they go.
Yeah.
Like I know somebody like who just makes music on the toilet. Like he'll be sitting down, he'll take his laptop with him and just make a beat, even if it's for like 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
It's just like, and a lot of these people are just, because it's like anything else. If you just keep working at it and you're doing it all the time, you're going to keep getting better and faster, right? It's like, I think Skrillex is one of those people for sure.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was that said he watched him in the studio and he like made this whole banger. And it was like this guy thought the song was amazing. And then Skrillex apparently didn't like that much. So he just selected all, deleted it all. He's like, yeah, fuck that.
Well, I mean, yeah, when you're writing that much music all the time, for you, that's not a big deal, right?
Yeah.
That's why I think like it's the opposite for a lot of people starting out producing. Maybe you can relate, but like you write a song, you think it's like half good and you're like holding on to it for dear life because you're like, oh, I made this, and you obsess over it. And then like 3 months later, you've only made like 2 other tracks and then you hate that song because you've heard it so many times.
Mm-hmm.
And Skrillex is the complete opposite. They're just like, fuck it, I don't care. I'll make another better one later.
Yeah.
which is a great place to be
Yeah.
for sure. And do you play ping pong? Are you a ping pong player?
No, man, I'm not good at. Well, I was pretty good at racquetball in college, but
Nice.
like in general, I'm not good at the sports where you have to hit something with a stick. Like I just
Maybe
like,
soccer.
yeah,
maybe
I'm good.
football.
I was good at soccer. I was good at basketball.
Nice.
I never played tackle football, but I was really good at like pickup football.
Nice. Oh, I only asked because you said Prince, and apparently,
Oh yeah, I would have gotten my ass kicked.
yeah, he played everybody before he would record or collab with them.
Do you have to like do well to?
No, I think he took pride in just destroying everyone.
Okay, well, see, I wouldn't even have to like soft play him.
Yeah,
I could try my best and get skunked.
yeah. Apparently, he was amazing, but that was like his requirement for all of his band members, anybody in the studio he worked with. It's like, we have to play ping pong first, and he would smoke you and humble you, and then he'd be like, all right, now let's record.
Yeah, joke's on him. That wouldn't affect my ego at all.
You're like, haha, I knew I sucked.
I'm still the worst ping pong player in the world.
Joke's on you. That's funny. What about upcoming projects? Things that you can shout out? Anything you're working on, upcoming gigs, whatever?
We got 6 weeks off after tonight, which I'm going to be using to get back to work. I'm kind of just trying to continuously be working on stuff.
Nice.
I mean, just like you talked about, the more you work on it, the better you get and the faster you get. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 20 years and I still feel like I'm learning new stuff every single time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got like songs in the works that I'd like to keep plugging away at, find new uses for the MIDI guitar, and then practice with that Yale Tech's Live 15 and figure out how much farther I can take the live show.
Nice.
I'm excited about that, just the robustness.
Yeah. Yeah, those things look sick. I need to get my hands on one. Love to play with it. Was there anything else you wanted to chat about on the podcast?
Oh, that was great.
Sweet, dude. Yeah, this is a good one, and I'm stoked for your show tonight. Looking forward to it. And everybody, if you're listening and you don't know who the Floozies are, then shame on you. Go follow this guy and Mark. Great music, dude. You guys throw really fun shows. It's always a pleasure seeing you and seeing you guys play live.
All right, thanks, man.
Great.
Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah, dude. Anytime. Yeah, bye, everybody. See you next time. Yeah, drink Magic Mind, by the way, which we haven't yet. It's delicious. Yeah. All right, see you guys. Peace. Hey, thank you for listening to the podcast. If you didn't hate this episode, please leave a 5-star review. It would help me out a lot. Check back on Tuesdays for new episodes. If you want to be the first to get new episodes and new content, some new packs and downloads and things I'll be sending out, also upcoming events, then join the newsletter. Also, if you want to check out the brand new merch store with some exclusive items, go to abletonpodcast.com/merch. Check out the links in the show notes for all the info on this. Be sure to follow this guest for spending their time on this episode. Give them some love. Thanks again for listening to the podcast. Much love. I'll see you next time. Later.